Good morning. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, isn't it? You have to see this card I made. It is just so cute. It's a 5 by 5, and I've got everything set up for a real close-up right now. I'll zoom out in a minute, or when I finish up, because I'm going to bring the Gypsy over. But isn't this cute? Look at this. It's got a pocket to hold hot chocolate, and it's a 5 by 5 card. Yummy. And I've got it stamped with my pink stampers winter, what does it say? It's her winter treats and saying set. And it says a warm treat for cold winter nights, because I like to send my friends in Chicago and family cards with tea in it and hot chocolate and things, and just to remember when we used to be able to spend time like that, so they can sit down and have a cup of hot chocolate and remember. Anyway, let's get to work. Here's the Gypsy, and let's get this on here. Zoom in a little bit. And I've got this saved over under cards, 5 by 5 polar bear. We're going to open that up. And I want you to see how I did this. Now, I did it a little bit different. Normally I do this, I've got a 5 by 5 card, and normally I do 5 by 10 out of George. And I did 2 5 by 5s because I wanted to be able to see this piece, because this little pocket, let me bring this back in, this little pocket right here folds under. This little tab right here folds under so that it'll close up. But I wanted to be able to hang off the edge and know where my center mark was. So it's a 5 by 5 shoved over a little bit from the center, and then off a 1/2 inch on the side, so that I could use some good red tape to hold it down so that it would stay secure in that pocket. Now I'm going to hide this second layer, because all the second layer is just artwork on there. When I made this, so that you know, I want to flip it back so that you can see. I did the 5 by 5 and a 5 by 5, put them together. Then I used a 2.5 inch, a 1.75 inch it was, 1.75, and I went with a 5.5 inch at first, and then I knocked it into a 5. I did a 5 by 5, but I wanted that tab over, so I increased it to a 5.5 width and a 1.75 height. Then what I did is I did the word yummy, and I used the Mickey font, and I'm going to show you how to do this. Mickey font. And what I did is I literally sat with a piece of paper so that it was folded, so I could see how everything came out. Hold on, let me get that sheet of paper, just a minute. Okay, here it is. I'm going to push this back again. Here's the sheet of paper. What I did is I took it, and so I've got like a 5 by 5, and let me zoom back out. 5 by 5 sheet, okay? I taped another little sheet of paper to it, the same size, so that I could see what it looked like. Then I have an initial on that, so I know what direction. So when I fold it, I can see exactly how my sheet of paper is going to lay out when I make it, okay? Now I used a texture paper, so then I had to flip it. So it was getting pretty complex on how everything went with it. But notice that on my final copy, it's going to be down, and the little flap is going to be in the left-hand corner, because when I flip it upright, it'll be like that. And this will be the inside of the card, okay? Because again, my outside of my card, and I think you can see this, has a little texture to it, but the inside of the card in here has no texture to it whatsoever. And so I wanted the textured part to be on the outside and to be where it flipped up, okay? So, anyway, let's get back to the word yummy and how you have to get this to work out on there. First off, let's, I think I went with a 1.5 inch, so let me just double check. Oh no, I can't do that because I stretched it. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went with just the 1 inch that I have on there. So yummy, cap lock, Y. leave it cap lock, U-M-M-Y. And as you can see, Yummy's too wide for that little sheet of paper because I've got to get it to fit within that 5 by 5. But it also needs to be welded. So we're going to use this, which is Kern, and we're going to draw the letters together. Did you see how they came together? Let's zoom in, and I've got it a little bit too close, so I'm going to make it a little bit further, oops, a little bit further apart, closer, so that they're just touching. And I'm going to go up in size a little bit, so it's like a 1 point. Okay, like that. My Y still doesn't touch, so just click on the Y and bring it over until it does, because you want all the letters touching, okay? Now, I wanted the letters a little bit higher because when I set them on, see on this top one, how it sets on that little box a little bit? Well, you want it to be able to fit and have enough hanging over so that it holds your packet in real nice. You know, your packet of hot chocolate or tea, or maybe it's apple cider, whatever it may be. So what I did is I then took off the link button here, went to the height, and I stretched it so that it was higher. Okay? Now what you have to do to get that to fit is it's got to be opposite. So you're going to go and flip it down like that. And then you're going to bring it up so that when that flap comes back over again, it's going to read in the right direction, okay? Now you do need to make a copy of it and bring it over to layer 2 so you can cut it and have the contrasting colors like I've got, okay? So make sure you do that, and all you have to, and make sure you weld it so that they cut properly. Go to layer 2 and then just paste a copy back to layer 1, and we're going to get rid of this right now since I already have it attached, and I want to zoom back. Now as you can see, I've got it backwards because right now the inside of the card is up, so I want to take and highlight and flip it. Now I've got the inside of the card is face down, and when that flips up, it's going to be in the right direction. Okay? Now, if you get confused, make absolutely sure that you take a sheet of paper and make it ahead of time. And then when you go to cut it, cut your paper first on like a scrap paper or a piece of paper that you don't like the look of, okay? Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to show you this card. A nice close-up of the card. Isn't this just as cute as can be? Yummy. A warm treat for cold winter nights. Just a perfect little card to send out in this holiday season. Thank you. You have a wonderful day. And be sure to check the next one because I put the card together. And also, link up because this time there's big time blog candy, ladies. Winter Frolic and a set of stamps from my creative time will be given away. You will link up and make a comment, and that's 2 entries to win, okay? There's 2 prizes, and you can, you don't have to link up a project to win. You can leave a comment to win, but I do need, you will have 2 entries if you link up and you run a comment, okay? Have a great day. Thanks for joining us at She's a Sassy Lady. Bye now.